Hi, welcome to the Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut commentary. Here is Jean-François Dugas, the game director on the game, and I'm with...
Mary DeMarle, I am the lead writer on the game.
And I'm Jonathan Jacques Belletet, and I'm the art director.
And I'm Steve Shipkowski, I'm the audio director.
And we'll have probably some guests with us today.
What do you mean, almost?
With the first cutscene, well, when we started this project, we were kind of like... It was important to us to have links to the X1, but we wanted it to be subtle. We didn't want it to be totally in your face, even though the first character you see is Bob Page.
But you're not supposed to know that.
We wanted it to be subtle, so the first thing we did was to do just that.
But what is strange, even with the die-hard fans, when they saw it for the first time, most of them didn't recognize it, even though we tracked back the real actor.
Yeah, we went out of our way to find the real actor. We thought it was important to keep the continuity and to use him, and we thought the hardcore fans would really like it. And I think the plan was to keep the guy really in the shadows.
Yeah.
And I remember I was with Dominique Demes, the lighting guy, and I was darker, let's put it darker, and it was all constantly a debate of how much of his face we should see or not, and that was fun.
More challenging than anticipated. Fortunately, thanks to David, I now know where to look.
Yeah, so now it's the cutscene where we're introducing Adam Jensen. Actually, this TV news is probably the only TV news that has some animated 3D in it, which was the original plan with those TV news. But as we figured out the scope of what we had to produce, and we had so much to do, and with all the other cutscenes and stuff, we quickly realized that we wouldn't be able to.
We wanted them all to be 3D.
I know that when I was writing it, I wanted it to be like, first you wouldn't even know you were watching the news. You were actually seeing like the stuff going on at the Capitol building, and then slowly you realize, oh, it's news. But what we kind of envision doesn't always work.
Good night.
Yeah.
And then with Megan and her necklace, that was another very important part for us, because from a story perspective, we wanted to establish something that was a part of her, something that made her human, and that would have on this relevance, because eventually we had all these plans that like you might find it in the FEMA facility where she'd been taken and stuff. So it was a very important thing, but I think that we didn't necessarily communicate that.
No,
right away.
this is one of the few little times that me and you didn't talk or something about it, because usually things went pretty well in terms of what you wanted and what I wanted. But yeah, so at one point it was like, we had her design down and everything. Megan was pretty much finished in terms of what she would look like. And I think it was either you or JF, he came up and was like, where's her necklace? I'm like, what necklace? You're supposed to have a pearl necklace. I'm like, really? And I'm like, the whole thing's done. She has this big collar and she's all zipped up. And I'm like, where am I going to put it? It's like, well, just put it over her clothes. I'm like, you don't put a necklace over clothes. But we ended up doing it, which I think looks... I personally think it looks tacky, but it's fine. I mean, it works. It works in the sense that it did the purpose that it had to do.